Welcome to another episode. Today we are going to make rhubarb chutney because it's rhubarb season here. This is how it looks like. I have already washed it. Here. It's really good. It's a bit sour, so you shouldn't eat it raw because then you would acid your stomach. That's not very good. And that's why you have to cook it before every time before you will eat it. We will make rhubarb chutney, but you can actually make chutney out of everything, really everything. And it has a bit of sweetness, so it's a little bit like jam or marmalade, but it's not that sweet because we use some vinegar. I use today apple vinegar, but you can also use red wine or white wine vinegar. I also really like it spicy, so that's why we will also have some cayenne pepper. You can also use any other chilies if you want, if not, that's up to you. We will also use some other spices I will show them later on. Then we will need some cranberries. You can also use raisins, of course, some sugar. Best is brown sugar and unrefined. Then we will also need one apple. You can also add more. You can even make apple chutney. Then of course you will need more. And one onion. This is also something you can add on more. So it's really up to you how you will make your own chutney. So first of all, we will have to clean the rhubarb and then scrape off that skin so it doesn't stay on your teeth. So that's what we're going to do, and then we will have to cut apple and onion. So we are right into the cooking. I have already cut the onion and now it's already sauteed. This is how the rhubarb looks like after I have scraped it off. You can actually do it with your fingers. It's really easy. And yeah, you see it's actually green. So actually the rhubarb is not red but green. And then we will just cut them into small pieces, a little bit like carrot, and we will add it to the onions and let it saute also for some minutes. And after that, we will add the sugar, the cranberries, the apple, and everything else. Okay, now you see I have already added the apple, the rhubarb, and the onion. And we sauteed it all very fine. You see my rhubarb gets very smooth already, and the apples will also caramelize. After you have thickened everything, we can add the sugar. I'm adding 1 cup and then another one. It's just a little cup, so actually you can use also a little more if you like it sweeter. But I don't really like much sweetness, and sugar in a great amount is not that good for your health. But actually it's just for caramelizing, and this is actually really good with brown sugar. You see it absorbs very good the sugar of the fruits. And then we will add approximately 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. You can also use more here or less, but approximately 1 little glass. Then we let it simmer. And I forgot to mention that you can also add ginger in here. It's really good for the flavoring. You can use more or less, just how you want. Before I will add in the cranberries, I want to come to the spices. It doesn't really matter in which order you will put in the ingredients because they will cook all together anyway. I have here cayenne pepper. We'll sprinkle 1/2, and another one. No, it's very hard to measure how much spices you add because I'm always doing it with my eyes, but now you are doing it for a greater amount, so you have to add a little bit more. And plus, it's a very spicy dish and you don't eat a lot of it, so that's why you can be very generous here with spices. This is some cumin, I really like it, just a little bit. Some salt with lemon. Then also 2 cloves. Another spice I really love to add is cinnamon, and it really fits in here perfectly because we have apples. Cut it in pieces, or you use ground cinnamon. Actually, you can also use both. It makes it very good. You can also add in some cardamom. And what I forgot to mention is I have used a normal onion because we didn't have any red onions, but it makes it better for the flavor if you use red onions. So I hope that's enough. Add some pepper. I really love black pepper. Love it. And I also have here some dried lemon. I have just cut the lemon skin into little pieces and then let it dry on fresh air, and then you can also just add them a little bit more if you like that kind of a taste. One of my favorites is nutmeg. I really love adding nutmeg into meals with potatoes, but also with vegetables and with fruits. So actually it's maybe for everything. This is the amount I'm adding, but you can add less or more. I'm using fresh nutmeg. It's better because the flavor doesn't lose its taste. So we see it simmers already, very good. It has a brown color. I'm measuring up really a lot of things with my eyes. If you measure up everything, it's fine if you use 1/2 cup of raisins or cranberries. You can even add some dried plums if you want. See, it simmers already for a very long time. Actually, for 15 minutes, nearly. Overall, it has to cook for about 1/2 hour or 40 minutes. Depends on how fast you see that the liquid looks more like jam. And then afterwards, you just have to pull them into jars that you have to sterilize. So don't forget to sterilize your jars. So this is how it looks like after 15 minutes that I have left the stove on. And now we let it simmer on low heat, like on the first state, if you have something like that, or you can put the heat off at all because it's very hot. And so we will just wait until it gets smooth and saucy like, because it's still very liquidy. And then we will put it into jars. So basically our chutney is done. Now I will show you how to sterilize the jars to fill in the chutney. Therefore you have to add just boiled water, about half, sterilizing 3 cups. And if you have a microwave, then use it, because we will just put them into the microwave and let them boil for about half a minute. You will see. If you don't have a microwave, then you can just put them into boiling water for about 10 minutes. That will be the same. Boom. Wasn't me. I must admit, it got so good, and I don't know if you have already cooked your rhubarb chutney, but mine got so good that I couldn't wait to record this. We have eaten like nearly a whole glass because it's really delicious. And I have made another one, so it's really nice if you have sterilized your jars. And I wanted to add now that after you have sterilized the glass, you also have to fill in some boiled water into the lids and let them stand for some minutes, and then you just have to pull in the liquid when it's still hot, and then you can just like close them, and you can keep them in your fridge or in a dark place. So they're going to be really fine, but look after them, because sometimes it's possible that there is going to be some water or some air into that, and you have to see if it doesn't get mold. So I would love to hear how your chutney got, and if your family also ate it completely up, well, nearly completely. Yeah, you see, my hair is I won't say bad, because every day is a bad hair day right now. I know, I think everyone is talking about the same things, and we all need to go to the coiffeur. Me too. But that's no problem. I think there are worse problems than having to go to the coiffeur. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoy your chutney. You can eat it with other foods, with vegetables, with bread. I really love it with dark bread, like rye bread for example. And you can also eat it with meat if you're eating meat, which I would not recommend just because of moral, ethical and ecological reasons. But that's another topic about which we will maybe going to talk about. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and because there are going to be some. Bye!